No questions today.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Justin.
Sir, so as per my knowledge, the capacitance between gate to drain will have overlap capacitance, and the capacitor coupling capacitance to contact, active region, and the metal.
Yes.
So all these capacitances will appear only after the layout.
Yeah, overlap capacitance is usually modeled in the device model itself.
Okay,
Other
so
capacitances may also be modeled, considering that there are maximum number of contacts there and so on. But so model may have those capacitances का एक estimate there, but it may not. That
because
that would be available in the model documentation.
because we when we plot the waveform for output, we see that when input falls from 1 to 0, output will actually initially go down and then rise.
Yes, because that
So
coupling overlap
uh,
capacitance and some part of those capacitances, coupling capacitances are also Miller capacitances also already there in the model.
okay.
Okay,
Yes,
so good,
thank
very nice observation. I'm about to talk about it in the next class.
you.
Good.
Sir, can I ask?
Yes, Raghav.
Sir,
So it's best if you just raise your hand and then sequence में हम जाते जाएंगे. But अभी तो there was no one else who had raised the hand, so it's fine. Yes, Raghav.
okay. Sir, when we were discussing the wire delay models, so we had a table in which we had compared the lumped RC network and the distributed RC. So, sir, there were three terms actually: TP, tau, and TR. So, I was not able to understand what was the TR and the TP there. Because
TP is propagation time.
okay, and sir, tau.
Tau is the RC जो आपका tau होता है, time
Okay,
constant,
and sir, TR 10 to 90%.
rise time.
Okay. So, sir, if someone asks me to calculate the Elmo delay, so I would be calculating the tau, right?
Yes. Propagation delay ही आएगा, लेकिन हाँ tau कह सकते हो उसको.
Okay. And sir, one more
ठीक है ना,
thing.
कि RC हम क्योंकि हम effective RC ही तो निकाल रहे होते हैं, RC delay ही तो निकालते हैं, so you can call
Yes.
that tau, but that is also propagation delay.
Okay. And sir, one more thing. Sir, when we were discussing the crosstalk effect, there was a factor, Miller's capacitance factor. So I got that. That was modeling the crosstalk. Sir, but what was the Miller effect? Actually, there was a point made. I couldn't understand that, sir.
So Miller effect is जैसा अभी Justin ने बताया that you change the input from 0 to 1 and the output also sees a bump there. और you 1 to 0 जाते हो तो output पे भी एक glitch, एक नीचे की तरफ का bump आता है. So that is what is Miller effect.
So, sir, the coupling effect is
It is the
Miller effect.
coupling between input and output. Yes.
So, sir, if someone asks me like what is the Miller effect in terms of what we in the context of what we're asking, so I will just say that coupling is modeled by what was
Yeah. So the coupling between the input of a MOSFET and the signal on the drain and source is referred to as, you may say, Miller effect. So digital में उतना उसका टेंशन नहीं लेते हम, but analog में तो this Miller capacitance has a very significant role to ensure the stability of a circuit. In fact, in analog circuits, op amps, how many of you are doing CMOS course? Many of you must be doing already, ना?
yes, sir.
So OTAs की stability के लिए you will see we will specifically add more capacitance in addition to the existing Miller capacitance जो parasitic है. You will be adding more capacitance to make the circuit stable.
Okay, okay. So, sir, like
तो Miller effect और Miller capacitance की ज़्यादा बात analog में होती है राघव, digital में इतनी नहीं होती.
okay, so sir, but in that slide, Miller effect was included because of the coupling thing, because of this coupling thing, we were observing much more capacitance as
Yes.
compared. So there was a coupling kind of thing, and that was leading much more. So we called it Miller effect. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. So जो signals या wires की coupling के वाला Miller effect है, that is important in digital also. But otherwise gate to drain coupling वाला जो Miller effect है, that is more important and more relevant in analog circuits.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Vaishnav?
Hello.
Yes, Vaishnav.
Yes, sir. Sir, good evening, sir.
Good
So,
evening.
sir, while I was studying about the simulation time, sir, So what does our model exactly use, sir? I'm like our cadence model. What does that exactly use? Is it a kind of a distributed net? I'm like, does it use a distributed network or does it use a single stage pi model? You have mentioned that we use a single segment pi model commonly,
So
but I
that
was
is what we design. So if you will
but
make a single stage, then it will use that. Whatever you design, that it will use. The
actually
simulator will not introduce a pi model by itself for a wire, na? Simulator के लिए wire है तो wire है बस. It will not even add a resistance to a wire until you say there is a resistance and a capacitance associated with a wire. Simulator will not use its own intelligence to say something. Simulator के पास wire का model नहीं है अपने आप में. You define what is the R and the C
okay,
as a
sir.
designer.
My doubt is that actually where are we supposed to include these terms, sir? Exactly. For I'm like after the layout which we make, in that I'm like literally we make PMOS, NMOS, and we connect that accordingly. And after that, where are we supposed to introduce this 3-segment pi model, sir? Exactly. I'm unable
So,
to.
yeah, because you're looking at the scale of just one cell, an inverter, for example. So, एक inverter के लिए this is not really important. If you notice, हमने क्या कहा था? There is a flop, there is an inverter, one inverter driving another OR gate, NAND gate, so many things. You're talking about, let us say, a complex circuit could be an adder.
Yes, sir.
Hmm? So when we talk of an adder, then there will be many places to talk of capacitances and resistances, no? Because there will be many connections from one AND gate to another AND gate or a NAND gate somewhere.
Yes, sir.
And that in that wire, then you will make this model.
Okay. Understood, sir. Sir.
You do not model RC inside a cell, at least not yet.
Yes, sir. Understood. So, sir, one more doubt, sir. I'm like, I have some doubts. Can I ask, sir? I'm like,
Yeah.
should I wait? Okay, sir. So, sir, while you were explaining, sir, you said that we can't bend a poly. But literally, when
We
I
can't
made
bend
a,
a poly, we can bend a poly, but it is not allowed in the advanced technology. 65 mein you can bend a poly.
but literally, oh, okay. I made 2 polys at 90 degrees and there was no
Yeah.
DRC even.
Yeah. In 65 you can do that. Even in 32 you can do a little bit of it, but 22 and lower not allowed.
So, then,
So in 32 when you do it, it cannot be the minimum length poly. It has to be a wider length. So the length would increase. So your area will be lost. But in 22 or more advanced technologies, it is not even allowed.
Okay, sir. So my doubt is that so if we don't bend the poly, then if for suppose if the PMOS and NMOS are not aligned, then how are we supposed to connect those both, sir? I'm like polys of this PMOS and
So
NMOS.
either you align them, lose some area for that, or you use a metal, go into the contact, go use metal 1 and then connect the other side.
Okay.
See, even in 65, not always will your so standard cells ki terms mein things may still be aligned, but as soon as you go to bigger circuits, not all NMOSs and associated PMOSs will be in the same line. It cannot happen really at all times. So that is how you do. Then you go to contact metal 1, then on the other side you again go from metal 1 to contact and then make the poly contact there.
Okay, sir. So, sir, while we were making layout, sir, we were using vias. I'm like as tap or strap. I'm like we can call it anything, right? So we were using I'm like vias for tap or strap. So literally, I'm like in the last class when you were showing, we had a rails running above and below. I'm like VDD rail and GND rail above and below. Sir, I'm like while we are making this layout by ourselves, then how are we supposed to make these rails above and below, sir? I'm like.
Yourself.
I mean, like, okay. So should I make a M1 metal above the I'm like above my cell and M1 metal below the cell, and just
Yeah.
give the connection of the pin like VDD and ground. So that would work, right? So
Yes.
how do we know that this M1 metal? I'm like it just hangs around in the air. That's it, right, sir? I'm like
Why?
if
So
we
it will
run it.
hang around over there. So how does your input come? Input is also hanging around in the air, nahi? All the
Yes.
signals for one cell are always hanging in the air. It is when you connect them finally, they get connected, na?
Yes, sir.
Is there any other signal which is not hanging in the air?
Yeah, there are, sir, but yeah, I'm like
All the
yeah,
other signals are also hanging in the air, na? So that's okay.
I'll try it also, sir. And a small doubt, sir. I'm like it's related to rise delay and fall delay, sir. Exactly while I was studying about this, sir, during previous, I'm like during my BTech, they used to call it as TPHL and I'm like TPHL and TPLH, sir. So I'm like I am a bit confused that which is the rise delay in this and which is the fall delay in this both.
So TPHL and TPLH means T propagation from
High to low.
high to low. So
Yes.
high to low is transition is happening from high to low.
So I'm like
So
my
it is
doubt
fall
is like,
time. It is fall delay.
okay, sir, understood. Thank you, sir.
Hmm?
That's it. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Moin.
Yeah, hello. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Moin.
Yes, sir. I was reading about the CMOS. In the introduction part, I read that it has a good switching frequency, and also there is no chance that VDD will be directly connected to ground. Such a situation will not occur. But in the explanation, I noticed that it was explaining like during when the PMOS is started, when it's on, the capacitor will be charged through it, and during discharge it will discharge through the NMOS. So so the transition is depend on the capacitor charge and discharge, or the input frequency we are giving.
Both. So the rise and fall time will depend on the internal resistance of. So we will cover this in the next class, the delay models. The resistance of the on resistance of the NMOS or the PMOS, that will become R, and the value of the load capacitance, that will become C. So that RC will define the rise time and fall time for an inverter. Now, if even if this R is very less and the C is very less, if your input is coming at a very low frequency, is coming at a very bad slope, if the input transition times are very large, then consequently output transition times will automatically be bad. Not as bad, but will be bad. Because आपका डिवाइस ऑन ही नहीं हो रहा है, ऑन ही नहीं हो रहा है तो आउटपुट कैसे आएगा अभी? तो दोनों पे डिपेंडेंट रहेगा. Did that help, Moin?
In the input frequency is very high, and this delays of RC is more, that would be difficult, na sir? C will be always be charged.
Then what will happen is that C will never be charged to full VDD or ground. So you will have some random waveform running there. You don't want that to happen.
Yes, sir. And also, sir, regarding the second point, that VDD will never be connected to ground. But in the graph in V into V out, we have seen during the transition both were in saturation. So that was confusing me.
So when they say VDD will not be connected to ground, they mean in a static condition. During transition, it will be. During transition, there will be some short circuit power. But in a static condition, when there is no transition happening, there will be no case when VDD and ground are connected. Whereas in a BJT, either 0 to 1 or 1 to 0, in one of the cases, the input to the VDD to ground are kind of connected.
So will not be harmful to the inverter, sir? During
to the
transition,
CMOS inverter?
if VDD can...
No.
Yes.
उतना तो transition का power तो जाएगा. It anyways is saving all the power in the static case. That is why we love CMOS. That is the reason we love CMOS, because there is no static power. Any VDD to ground power, it happens only during transition. All the other time, it is no power.
Yes, sir. Sir, one more thought is, if the NMOS is at the upper side and PMOS is at lower side, so source will not be connected to ground. So here, if we have multiple such circuits, so we cannot connect the body to the ground, because source is not connected to ground. So where do we connect
Why?
to this body?
No. So. Body
Actually,
will
I
be
am
connected
relating
to the
this.
body terminal. So आप देखो, if your NMOSes are all sharing the same P well, will they be sharing the same P well?
Yes.
In a NAND gate, will the NMOSes share the same P well?
P substrate will be same for all NMOS.
है ना? तो P substrate पे तो आप एक ही voltage लगा रहे हो ना? क्या है वो voltage? Ground.
Yes, ground. Most
So
negative.
whatever is coming on source doesn't matter. On the substrate, you are putting voltages according to how you lay it out. See, why do you think I covered the layout part before all these discussions happened? Because you should be able to see that there is no other possibility. The substrate will be connected to the same voltage level. है ना?
Yes, sir.
The voltage will be the substrate will be connected to the same voltage level. So whether your source of the NMOS is at some value X or Y or whatever, your substrate will be at ground or whatever is the low voltage there, lowest to negative voltage.
Understood, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. Tarun?
Yes, sir, when we
So
were
Moin, you have
discussing
any more question? एक
No,
minute,
sir.
Tarun.
Thank
So you can lower
No,
your
sir.
hand.
Thank
Yeah. Yes,
so
Tarun.
when we were discussing crosstalk effect, we discussed only when there's a transition. So in steady state, is there no crosstalk effect?
In the steady state, there is no transition, there is no crosstalk. Transition ही नहीं है तो capacitance का मतलब DC में capacitance का कुछ रोल ही नहीं होता ना?
Okay, sir, got that. Sorry.
Capacitance has no role. Capacitance has no role to play in DC, na?
Yes, sir, just got a bit muddled up. Sorry.
Yeah. Aditya?
Yes, sir. So I have doubt in lumped RC and distributed RC. Like there you said from lumped RC has for 0 to 50% delay we have. Lumped RC has 0.69 RC and distributed is 0.33 RC. So it means distributed we see less impedance, sir. Is it somewhere like
Yeah.
Why I couldn't understand it.
You just do the analysis, make an Elmore model and do the analysis. समझना क्या है? So you can calculate.
No. If I'm, it varies, no sir. Like I'm considering single pi model or pi 3 model. It will vary. But,
Yeah. So वही कह रहा हूँ. Just calculate, ना?
Yeah.
I don't need to explain it to you. This is a mathematical thing. You just calculate.
Yes, sir. And one more.
So do one thing. You make a resistance of R and you keep a capacitance of C. Okay, and you make a distributed model of 10 such segments, and on the other hand you make a resistance of 10R and 10C.
Okay.
So you will see that the delay for the lump segment is 100 RC.
Yes, sir.
Just calculate through the Elmore's model method the delay that you will see for distributed RC. You will get the answer.
Okay. And one more thing, sir, in parasitic extraction in cadence, like same Vaishnav asked. What model does parasitic extraction when we do? What model does it use? Like, is it use distributed RC?
So the parasitic extraction that you will do when you will get to see that, you will see that it will first, in the first instance, calculate all the resistances and all the capacitances. जैसा मैंने class में बताया था, every segment will be considered as a separate segment, and R and C will be calculated separately, and then it will lump them.
Okay.
Then it will lump them.
It will be some kind of hybrid model.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Justin?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, if I consider to design a PMOS of 5 micrometer width, and while going to layout, I will try to split into fingers and use 1 micrometer wide PMOSes, and I'll connect 5 of them in parallel. So when we do the LVS, will we get any error, sir? Because there we will be having only one PMOS and here
No. LVS is smart enough to take it.
Okay.
Try it. मेरे से क्यों पूछ रहे हो?
Yes.
Try it out. See, these are experiments you can try out quickly. Raghav?
Yes, sir. So, like you just told to a student, like the capacitances, the wire capacitances that you're modeling, they only come when there is some like transitions happening. But sir, like once transitioning, the effect of transitioning and how that was basically modeled by the Miller capacitance factor. But
No,
even
तो ये क्रॉस टॉक की बात नहीं हो रही, मैं तो कह रहा हूँ any capacitance comes into picture only when there is some delta V. If there is no delta V happening, then what will talk about capacitance at all?
so, but like as when during the wire delay model itself, you said that every wire at every instant of time will be basically having some kind of capacitance, will observe some kind
Yeah,
of capacitance.
it has some capacitance, but if you're not going to give it any delta V, if you're not even going to give it a small signal delta V, then let that capacitance be there. How does it matter? Your circuit is simply stable. It is just there. That's it. There is no delta V happening, so no impact of capacitance. So capacitance का role क्या है? चलो बताओ.
So like generally, basically it stores kind of when there is a charge, stores charges and
हाँ, it
loading.
stores some charge, and
Yes, sir.
by storing the charge, what does it do? It avoids any change in voltage. है ना? जैसे हम इंडक्टर का कहते हैं, it resists any change in current flow.
Yeah, yeah.
Similarly, capacitance resists any change in voltage change.
Yes, sir.
So so if the capacitance is very large, it will be very effective in stopping any delta V from happening.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Now मैं कह रहा हूँ delta V हो ही नहीं रहा.
Okay.
तो capacitance का role क्या बचा? होने दो. Well, if you're running a constant current from somewhere, will inductor play any role in that circuit?
No.
The same way, if there is constant voltage, what role does capacitor have to play?
Okay. But sir, then like for I have seen that for most of the part we are for most of the delay modeling we are using these two factors only, capacitance and resistance.
Why? Delay का मतलब क्या हुआ? Delay का मतलब ये हुआ there was a delta V somewhere and I want to see when will this delta V reach the other place.
Yeah.
तो delta V आ गया ना पिक्चर में.
Yeah.
मैं तो सवाल जो पूछा गया था, जो तरुण ने पूछा, अगर स्टेबल सिस्टम है तो डेल्टा वी तो कैपेसिटेंस का क्या होगा? मैंने कहा कुछ भी नहीं होगा.
ओके.
अगर वोल्टेज हिल ही नहीं रही, जैसे अगर करंट हिल ही नहीं रहा और इंडक्टर कुछ नहीं करेगा, तब तो जब वोल्टेज ही नहीं हिल रही तो कैपेसिटर क्या कर सकता है? वो भी बैठा रहेगा, ऐश कर रहा है, वो भी मस्ती कर रहा है.
Okay, right. By loading, so I can infer that it is just resistance to that change in delta V. So okay,
इंट्यूटिव, कई बार इंट्यूटिव फील लेके देख लिया करो.
yes, okay.
वैष्णव.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, so we while doing layout, sir, we have an error called we are supposed to cover the poly with PP and NP, sir. Sir, I mean, like, why is that, sir? I'm like, I think you have explained that in class, but again, I forgot that, sir, and I have lost the class at which timestamp.
So it was in last office hours. In the last office hours, we had covered that. So I always give the description of what we are covering in the class in the description of that video. Don't worry. So we see poly in itself is silicon, है ना?
Yes.
Just it is polycrystalline. That is why we call it polysilicon. Otherwise, it is silicon. Silicon is not a good conductor of voltage or of electricity, na? It is a semiconductor. So it is very resistive. But your gate is made out of poly. So what do you expect? You want the जो भी आपने एक voltage लगाई gate के एक edge पे, that should reach the entire gate region instantly. That is what you want. So what is done is that you say that, okay, I will highly dope the polysilicon also. So when you dope the polysilicon, then it becomes like a doped semiconductor and it starts to become conducting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Additionally, wherever you do this doping, you also deposit a salicide layer. Cobalt, nickel, salicide. Okay? So what happens then is that the resistance of the poly reduces. Now, if there is a part of poly which does not have neither N plus nor P plus, that poly is assumed to be resistance poly.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So there no solidization will be done, and there no doping will be done, because na N plus laga, na P plus laga.
Yes, sir.
So it will add a lot of resistance into your circuit.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
So when you want to make a resistance, there is a separate layer that you have to put. So either you put that layer to clearly say that this is a resistance, or you put an N plus or a P plus, otherwise it says that you've done a mistake.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
and one more question, sir. Sir, actually, while we are talking about this tap and strap, actually, I forgot to ask that before. So we were supposed to put it for every 30 microns. I'm like,
Yeah,
depending
whatever
on
is the rule for your technology. I think 65 minute is 20. In advanced technologies, because the substrate doping also increases, it can be 30, 35, 60, depends. Yes.
Sir, then I'm like, while I was doing this layout thing, sir, I'm like, I didn't place any tab. I'm like, how are we supposed to place this tab, sir? Exactly. I'm like, strap
Simply
or
make a in the N-well region, you make a N plus or a square or a rectangle of N plus, and make an active in that. Then you contact it with VDD.
Okay, sir.
In the P region, in the P-well region, you make a P plus region and make an active in there, and then contact it with GND.
Yes, sir.
That is the substrate connection.
Got it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Devajit?
Sir, when in the class you were explaining about the load line analysis, sir, there you have told that Vout must be where currents are getting equal. So
Without? I'm sorry?
Sir, Vout must be where the currents are becoming equal.
Yeah, because we said that Kirchhoff's current law has to be followed at any node. Vout is one node, and at Vout, the Kirchhoff's current law will be followed. So the current coming from the NMOS or going into the NMOS should be equal to the current coming from the PMOS.
Okay, sir, but why we are not here including the charge also that is being stored in the output?
Because we did not make the capacitor. Did we make the output capacitor there in that circuit?
No, sir.
That is why.
It is considered as the initial resting stage analysis, something like that.
We are assuming there is no capacitor on the output.
So no, and also one more thing is that in this analysis, the rise time and fall, the rise delay and fall delay is also considered to be negligible, right?
Yeah.
Because
This is an ideal analysis.
Yes.
So typically when I would ask question in an interview, I would put a capacitor and I would ask a non-ideal thing. But to be able to do that, you should first understand the ideal thing.
So because the point of intersection where we are getting both the cases VDD by 2.
I first want you to understand the simpler stuff, Devajit. We go to the more complex stuff later.
Yes, sir. Actually,
in fact, I want you to take steps towards the more complex stuff by yourself.
Yes, sir. Sir, I was actually comparing with the waveforms that we got in our assignment only, and thought that there should be some delay between those.
Yeah. We were just considering the ideal case in the class there.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Deepank?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, depending on the same doubt, so if it's the ideal case and if we don't have capacitance, then can we assume that PMOS and NMOS will be destroyed if they are not sized appropriately?
भाई हमने तो कह दिया ना साइज हम सेम रखेंगे ताकि NMOS current and PMOS current is same.
और अगर सर नहीं है सेम, अगर मतलब I mean कि one is asking or one is expecting some.
How do you say destroy होगा? I would say KCL will still operate and there will be some other voltage which would appear, not what we talked about. Some other voltages will come there, no? What else? Why will it get destroyed?
Okay, ठीक है sir. Yeah, that's also one thing which will happen. Okay. And sir, one more thing in dishing, sir, उसका to avoid it we do slotting. And so I was thinking like if we are going to more narrower technologies, then want like they are themselves in few nanometers, and how is the slot size managed? So it has to be so
dishing, dishing happens only in very wide wires, Deepank. Thin wires में तो dishing होती ही नहीं. Because thin wires में तो आपके पास you have the barrier which acts as a pillar. It will not let dishing happen. Dishing is a worrisome thing only for very wide wires.
Okay. Okay. Right.
So
Sure.
then this minimum DRC thing will not bother you, na?
Okay. Okay. So I forgot that point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, Jadu? Yes, Ranjit.
Sir, in the case of crosstalks, which we were discussing, so we were worried more about the intra wire capacitance. So suppose if we consider in the lower technologies as 65 or even more down, so the intermetal spacing would be very less. So at that time, even we'll have top as well as a lower metal layer capacitance, which will come into effect, no, sir?
Yeah. So if you go to older technologies, which is like say 180 nanometer or 259 nanometer and so on, then yes, because the wires were not as vertical as they are today. In those technologies, intermetal capacitance played a role.
Okay.
So what you were running M4 and you were running M4 up there or M3 down there, whatever, all those things also had an impact on the overall coupling capacitance and total capacitance of the wire.
Okay.
In advanced technologies, that is, let us say 65 and lower, you will see that the wires are largely vertical. So
Okay.
intrametal capacitance plays a very big role. Unless you have an isolated line. If you have an isolated line, then something up there will, the graphs that we discussed in the class, the same graphs
Yes.
will come into picture. They will self-explanatory, hai na?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Understood, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Pranjal?
Good evening, sir.
Yes. Good
Sir,
evening.
actually, I was reading from Vaste the crosstalk compensation methods. So there are 4 methods are given, and in the crosstalk cancellation, he is given that uh, we can use staggered repeaters, charge compensation, and twisted differential signaling for that. So these things are important. I don't get it. मतलब कि पढ़ना है कि नहीं पढ़ना है समझ में नहीं आ रहा.
So अभी जिस लेवल पे हम कोर्स में हैं उधर ये सब का पॉइंट नहीं है, बट ये सारी वैलिड चीजें हैं.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So अभी जिस लेवल पे हम कोर्स में हैं उसमें हम यही कह देते हैं कि we will do shielding, we will space the wires apart. So you will see there at one point of time twisting crosstalk का effect को minimize करने के लिए we will also talk about twisting the wires. So when we will talk about memories, for example, in the memory design course, we will say, okay, wires को twist भी करा जाता है ताकि उनके बीच की crosstalk को आप avoid कर सको. So there are many techniques. These making repeaters means that, so see, repeater does not prevent crosstalk. Repeater says crosstalk will be there. But I have just made my driver stronger so that the effect of crosstalk is minimized. So whatever charge is required, I am able to give from the driver. And there is no drop in the VDD, in the level of my signal. So making repeaters or putting drivers at short distances does that. It does not reduce crosstalk. It mitigates the impact of crosstalk. If you really want to reduce crosstalk, you either do shielding or you space the wires apart or something like that.
Okay, sir.
But जो कहा है उसने गलत नहीं कहा है, बट अभी आप उस लेवल पे हो नहीं, मतलब अभी हमने क्लास में वो लेवल पे गए नहीं है.
हाँ सर, वो सर्किट उन्होंने बना रखा था, इसमें एक उन्होंने इन्वर्टर ले रखा था, एक मॉस, और उसको आपस में कैंसिलेशन के लिए कर रखा था.
हाँ ठीक है, आपने पढ़ लिया, पढ़ने में कोई बुराई नहीं है.
नहीं, मुझे समझ नहीं आया.
तो फिर आप इसलिए कंफ्यूज हो गए. दैट इज अ डिफरेंट थिंग, बट डोंट वरी. मोइन?
Yes, sir. Yes, I actually I was referring to your older lectures. उसमें आपने बोला
Older
है कि
lectures, last year.
last week, sorry.
Last week.
So उसमें आपने बोला है कि दोनों टैब के बीच में we have to connect NMOS and PMOS vertically. Side by side नहीं connect कर सकते because tapping would be difficult.
दोनों टैब्स के बीच में
we have to connect NMOS and PMOS vertically. Side by side we cannot connect it. What was the reason for
because
that?
there was this question that can I make PMOS and NMOS like this?
Yes,
and ऐसा कुछ सवाल था. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
This
So
must
I
have
didn't
been in
understand
the
why.
Yeah, because there was a question like that, so that was why the response like that had come. Just give me a moment. Let me share the whiteboard. Are you able to see the whiteboard?
Yes, sir.
So let us say I want to make PMOS here and NMOS here, and because this is PMOS, this is where my N well is, and let us also make poly there. So this is its poly, and this is its poly. Okay, and you said okay, I will make a output like this. This will become my output, and I will connect VDD and ground like this, or like this, or something like that. कहीं से मैं VDD और ground ले आऊंगा. So now the thing is, if you now place cells like this, if I say this is my cell boundary, नहीं है, ये नहीं हो सकती. So if I say this is my cell boundary, and I kind of, so Control C, Control V, and I place it over here. तो गड़बड़ हो गई. And I place it like this somewhere here, let us say. I place it adjacent to it. So what happens? I had my N well. Let us make an N well here also. Now I've just put two cells side to side, adjacent to each other. You will realize that I will need to make a separate substrate connection over here and a separate substrate connection over here. Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
Whereas if you had just kept PMOS and NMOS like this, here you say this is my PMOS, this is my NMOS, I made a poly like this. Then if you just copy this cell and place it next to itself, just give me a minute, I will show this. So if I place this array, if I place this over here, and I take this N well and I place this also over there. So what happens? Now I need to make just one strap for PMOS and one strap for NMOS over here, and it will connect. It will be able to provide strap connection to all the PMOSs. So because the N wells get shared now, we are able to use common strap. Whereas in the way the question was posed then in that class, the student had asked, if I place NMOS and PMOS like this and then try to about what is the problem. Then I said you will have to make straps over and over again. Are you able to see this?
So generally we have to avoid this configuration of NMOS and PMOS side by side.
Yeah. So the template that you will use for your standard cell design will always have it like this only. This one. You'll see that you'll always talk about PMOS on the top, NMOS on the bottom, or vice versa. You could have also put NMOS on the top, na? That would also be fine.
There will be many cells in between the p-type, na, sir. So suppose in case if we need PMOS upside, downside, then what to do in those cases?
No, for a standard cell ka matlab ye hai that in a given row, all the PMOSs will be aligned.
Okay.
That is the standard cell ka rule.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah. Hanji. This looks like a कौन सा round कहते हैं? A rapid fire round, हाँ? You keep firing questions and I am answering them. तो क्वेश्चंस खत्म हो गए, आपका एम्यूनेशन खत्म हो गया.
Sir.
Yes, Vaishnav.
Sir, you said breaking into fingers has a sweet spot in the last class. So you said that capacitance, sidewall capacitance would increase. Sir, I mean, I can't, I'm like imagine that, sir, because if we break into fingers, however, our capacitance decreases, right, sir? Because in the common area which we have generally is less than that.
Okay. Will it always be the case? As many fingers you go to?
I think, sir, I'm like.
So why do you think? Simply experiment, na? So let us say I have this one device. I made it like this. Then I said I will break it into 2 fingers. So what happens? I have 2 polys over here, and this is my device. Then you say I will break it into 3 fingers. Then what happens? इसमें think नहीं करना होता, इसमें quickly बना के देख लो क्या हो रहा है. Then let us say there is a 4-finger device. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So let us say this is W, this is LEX, and this is L internal. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So what is the, let us also label this as drain. Let us say this is drain. Over here you may say that this is drain, and then over here you may say that this is drain. So can you now quickly calculate the drain perimeter for me?
Yes, sir. Drain perimeter. Okay. So I'm like, I suppose the width in the first one, sir, it is W into L external, sir.
Perimeter W plus 2LX.
Yeah, W plus 2.
Over here it is 2L ins.
2L ins.
Over here what is it?
This is 2LX plus 2LX plus W. Yeah, W by 3. Yes, sir. Plus 2LX.
Now, do you see that 2LX is same here and here?
Yes, sir.
What if 2L int is more than 2W by 3?
Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. Understood.
It can happen.
Yes.
Let's go to this one again. What is happening? You are saying 4L int.
Yes.
Now this 4L int is greater than 2L int?
Yes, sir.
है ना?
Understood. Yes, sir. Understood.
So you didn't need me to tell you this. This was, आप simply draw करो, आपको दिख जाएगा ना. Fast. Don't wait. Just pick up the pen and pencil and draw.
Sir, this is mainly happening due to the contact to poly mandatory DRC that we have to keep, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Anyway, you have to, if you're splitting it into fingers, there will be a contact in there, na? Because you have to short the drain regions together. So you'll have to put a contact. There is no other way.
Okay, sir. Sir, but here one more question comes that suppose in our assignment the sizes of PMOS went over say 7 micron. So in that case, for finding out the sweet spot, how you'll know that how many fingers we need to spray for?
Quickly make this paper पे ही तो बनाना है.
Okay, sir. No other. Yes, sir. This is only. Yes.
This
thank
is
you.
simple enough, na, Jayabjit?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If I ask you to make a DRC clean layout, is it much simpler than that or not?
Yes, sir. First, this small analysis would be helpful.
Yeah, good enough. Yes, Madhur.
So I have a doubt in tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So when we lay out tracks and we need to lay out the metal two wires between the metal one wires, right? Is it something like that?
No. Metal 2 is a different layer altogether. Metal 1 से उसका कोई लेना देना ही नहीं है.
So
Metal 2 and Metal 1. Metal 2 is like a flyover. Metal 1 is like the lower road. तो क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है?
So in the lectures you said that we need to place the metal two wires between ground and VDD of metal one.
No, we wanted to say the PR boundary. There is a PR boundary that is just underneath those metal layers, metal 1, VDD and ground. तो आपने उसको VDD ground समझ लिया होगा. The intent was to say that in between the two boundaries of the cell, the PR boundary, the top PR boundary and the bottom PR boundary, you have to run 12 tracks. That is what becomes 12 track library.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with metal 1, VDD and ground lines.
No. It just happens to be the case that the metal 1, VDD and ground run on the PR boundary.
Okay, sir. And it does not affect the height in the height
No.
track. Okay, sir.
No. Metal 1 has no role to play in defining the track, the size of the height of your standard cell.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Yes, Vaishnav.
Sir, in during the analysis of CMOS, sir, there were some regions called A, B, C, D, E, right, sir? So while I was referring Harris, sir, in that he mentioned that at A region the output voltage would be VDD by 2. That should be VDD, right, sir?
Yeah, we did the analysis in the class now, Vaishnav. Why do you get confused?
I'm like, I didn't know if the textbook was wrong or I'm like, yeah, that's it, sir.
So no need to get confused. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions?
Yes, sir. So I had one.
So,
Yes, Deepa.
so I am sorry to bring it up again, but in the when you drew the layout just right now, when you compared the fingers, sir, suppose we had very large width, so intuitively we would place more number of contacts on the drain and source. And if we split it into fingers, then also the number of contacts are increasing, right? So there is but we could also have used single contact without splitting the device so into fingers. So and when we did the first split, we saw that the diffusion capacitance, the sidewall capacitance reduced, right? So there would be am I thinking right, said there would be some balance between the increasing number of increasing capacitance due to the increasing number of contacts, because the contacts would have a coupling cap between them, right? So and they would increasing the fingers to reduce the capacitance.
So you can always try it out, Deepang. They would, as I said, there is a sweet spot between to get to how many fingers you should use. I just use one parameter, what is the drain capacitance. So we मैंने खाली perimeter की capacitance की बात करी उसमें. So there are so many other things that could lead to that capacitance. You can add all of that and you will realize that the sweet spot would be different.
Okay.
No?
Okay, now I will think about it. Okay.
Yeah. I just gave you the method of how to analyze quickly.
So basically, we cannot ignore the contacts.
No, you cannot, and you should not.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay.
You should
Okay,
not.
sorry.
But you still, in this course, you will see we will many times talk about back of the envelope calculations, back of the envelope methods to quickly come to a decision. That decision may not be the most accurate. It may be within plus minus 10%. That's okay.
Okay.
At least you are able to arrive at a decision. Nothing else. Not even making one. So I did not open Virtuoso. I did not do any extraction. Nothing did I do. Did I do anything?
No.
But I had
Yeah,
guidance.
but
I was able to
Yeah.
arrive at, okay, this is the right way to go.
right, right, sir. Got
Yeah.
got it.
That is the benefit of these back of the envelope things. And we will use many more of them. अभी तुम तैयार हो जाओ बस.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sure.
I don't want you to be dependent on the tools to tell you how to do a good design. I want you to have the analytical skills to be able to do good design.
Sure.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yes, Raghav.
Sir, like we are modeling.
Raghav, your voice is very low.
Hello, sir. So is it
Yes,
audible?
it's
So,
better now.
sir, like when we're modeling the delays, RC delays. So, sir, like I was wanted to ask that is the if you're, for example, able to reduce or the effect of RC delays would be the same on the propagation and the transition times. I wanted to ask you that. I mean, like if you're modeling, if for example, because like in the assignment, we had two different specifications. One was the delay and the transition times. So,
So the assignment made because you were designing the driver.
yeah, yes, sir. Okay.
So we could give two separate things. But if there's an RC network, then as the delay increases, the slope also degrades. The rise time will also degrade.
So some might they move in the same trend, right? If one would decrease. So, but
if you're not changing the driver size, yes, they will move in the same trend. If you
Yeah.
change the driver size, no, they can move differently.
yeah, delays. Okay. So, but like one more thing, for example, sir, like when I was going towards like making okay, I get the same delays, same rise and fall delays, then I was not able to get the same that intersection point in the LDO for the rise
Yeah.
time and the fall time. I was not able to get able to come up with a explanation for that.
Yeah, because you're trying to go to that picosecond level accuracy. Don't worry, you don't go there. You simply arrive at an approximately same time. See, it's a tool. It's
Okay.
a tool. It is just doing some mathematical calculations to give you some delay numbers.
Okay.
So accept its limitation.
Okay, but ideally, if you say I should get an intersection point, like, or like,
Yes, but how do you see that?
yeah,
So just come at and approximate that number. See, realize that tools, जो भी आप LDO tool use कर रहे हैं, चाहे आप Spectre use करेंगे, whichever tools you will use, they have a limitation of accuracy to the order of say 10 picoseconds or 20 picoseconds. Now you are saying mash the delay to 1 picosecond. How can it happen?
so but in our specification, 20 picosecond was given. So 20
Yeah,
picosecond.
so we gave you that so that you realize this limitation.
So actually, sir,
I'm
earlier
such a bad devil, no?
actually earlier I was thinking that there might be some physical phenomena at play.
No physical phenomena.
Okay.
So you have to realize a lot of us, I've been telling in the class, we're all working on models.
Yeah.
So models have their limitations.
Okay.
They're all approximations, no? Finally.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Anything else?
Actually, it's not related to our topic. I want to ask, in the wafer, if we move from one point to another, there will be a difference in VTH values if we build the MOS. What was the reason for that, sir?
In general, because of drift of, say, this wafer is here, and you kind of ran phosphine from here. So there is a wafer in front of this wafer, so because of which phosphine will enter from the sides, and at the center there will be some different level of phosphine available, some different density of phosphine available. On the periphery, there will be different level of phosphine available. So doping will be different in the center region and the periphery region. So you will see that on the same wafer, the center dyes will behave in one way, the outer dyes will behave in a different way, because there are such variations. Well, physical phenomena. So you can actually model how much phosphine will be there. If you would do, I'm not sure if your college, undergrad college had BTech in chemical and mechanical engineering, then there are these special courses on flow. What do you say? Fluid mechanics. Pura fluid mechanics ka pura subject hota hai to estimate how fluids, means gases and liquids, will flow in a space. So that is why.
Okay,
This was just one example.
you
Otherwise, there are many other examples, many other reasons why this would happen, but just for the beginning, because of this also it will be different. Let us put it like that.
so you mean to say that during doping there will be different concentrations? That what you said,
Yeah.
sir?
Yes. During
One
doping, there
more
will be
question.
different concentrations. Many steps, there will be different things that would happen in the center versus the periphery. Okay. Yes. What's the question?
It may be a little okay. So I want to ask that wafers I have seen are P plus only. Why not the wafers are N plus and we put P well and makes NMOS, something like this?
No. So
In
initially
general,
wafers were N plus also. Initially, and there were wafers which are N type also. Tabhi to we talked about the flat, or did we not? At least in the slides, there was this thing of a notch and a flat that we talked about, na?
Yes, sir. Latch,
So
I know.
yeah. So if the thing had a notch, we would say it is a P type substrate. If it didn't have a notch, we would say it is an N type substrate. So there are wafers of N type also, but they are rarely used. Now that we are all on CMOS, they are rarely used. When we were
Okay,
on
sir. Thank
BJT
you.
technologies, then they were used.
For BJT.
Yeah. CMOS mein,
Is there any advantage of using P plus substrate over N plus?
no, just that. No, it's not P plus substrate. It's P substrate and N substrate. P plus and N plus are dopings.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the P substrate, it's just that NMOSs have higher mobility, better drive. So convention ban gaya, that's it. Nothing else. Initially, the NMOSs are more widely used than PMOSs. So they said, okay, NMOS default mein ban jaye. So P type substrate was by default used. Just that. Nothing else. Historical है. ठीक है? Anything else?
Yes.
Okay then. Thank you guys. All the best. You have a quiz coming up at 8. So all the best for that. And then see you in the class on Wednesday. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So I have to stop the recording.